Garlands are so popular this season that people are often asking, what's the best product to use? If you're making a hanging garland that needs to be a fairly small diameter and a round, then it's a good idea to use the cylinder. The great thing is you can take it and cut apart at whatever length you need, so that if you don't need the entire thing, you can make it into a smaller garland. If you're doing on a table, a lot of times I like to use the sealed brick garland. It's sealed on the back so the water won't go onto the table. Of course, on any table piece, garland, brick tray, racket, I always like to use a little bit of plastic beneath it for extra security. But with the sealed brick, you can put it on the table and it works great for a smaller table, like more narrow. But if you need to add width to it because it's a wider table, then you can take two sections and work them together, alternating. So this brick goes in between these two bricks on the table. I like to use like a wood pick or a bamboo skewer or a hyacinth stake to anchor them so it holds in place. It's really pretty if you take moss and put in between the sections on each one so that that looks like a continuation of all of it, or you can use flower petals or just extend your flowers to reach. Then when it's time for the party to be over, tell the hostess she can simply cut apart each brick and her guests have a take-home hostess gift. That works well too. Now, one product that's becoming very popular is a round garland that is really full. How can you create that? Adding to the sealed brick garland a single one, and putting the two together becomes a really lush, pretty garland. So I'm going to pull, I have added U-glue to the back ahead of time, and now I'm just pulling the little paper off of them. I always do all this in advance, so when it's time to design, it's quick and easy. Thank goodness for U-glue. Garlands are so popular for tables, for walls, for arches for weddings, for arbors, and it's an easy way to deliver it. You simply create the design, have it ready to pop together. Once you get in place, use cable ties or bind wire or waterproof tape to connect them to the area you're anchoring them to if you're hanging them. If you're placing them on the table, then you can even run them off the end of the table and use a hyacinth stake or wood skewer to connect them so they don't dangle, they don't spin around. Okay, I have them all separated. Now I'm going to take my extra length of garland and I'm going to add it to the first set. I'm going to take some waterproof tape and just run it right around the center for extra security. And I would do that with each of the other connections. And now look, I can make a round garland and I have plenty of foam to work with. So if it's a large size garland, this works great. If it's an average or smaller size garland, the cylinder works great. Great options for creating your garlands for your table, your wedding work, or just to hang for ornamentations for an event.